Hello, this is Chocolate the Bear. I'm going to be going over the next one of my pick classes. It is Scout. So the idea with the pick classes once more is that you can kill enemies, but you have low health and you are easy to kill yourself. So starting off, the idea with the Scout, he's very quick and he has a shotgun. If you get behind an enemy, or if they are forced to retreat, you can chase after them and just shoot them with your shotgun and kill them easily. Scout is basically the finisher class. If your demo man is calling damage, this is a Highlander example, like your demo man won't be calling damage in casual, sorry. If your demo man is calling damage, say he says, I dealt 100 damage to the medic, your scout might be able to deal the finishing damage. If there's a main class, say demo man took 200, maybe less, I don't know, you can probably do it with less, 150. The demo man is going to start falling back, and then the scout just kind of closes the distance, finishes him out, and then gets out of there. So scout, he can deal 100 damage point blank. That's a lot of damage. You can finish off a lot of classes. If he's able to flank around, important note with this map, there's no real good flanks. You've got the center point, and it branches here, but both teams are going to be standing on opposite sides of this central point, so if a scout tries to flank, they'll see him. But on other maps, if a scout is able to flank around, say I'm able to get up these rocks anyway, I can have a good kill on the sniper, maybe put some pressure on the medic from behind, maybe even kill him. And then I can just fall back to your spawn. If you try to chase me, I'm faster than you. And basically, I'm making the scout sound really good right now, because he is really good. Like, scout is just so good for finishing off classes. You can deal a lot of damage with scout. He's not going to be one of your frontline classes. He's not going to be dealing as much damage as a soldier or a demo, but he's going to get more kills than a soldier and a demo. So that is the scout's purpose. He's the pick class that everyone could see, that openly engages. If someone's caught alone, also, say there's like a demo man over here and his team is like playing over there, and the scout is able to close the distance, demo doesn't really have a good way of fighting back against scout. Like, scout is just so quick that if he's able to close the distance on you and you're caught out, he can usually just finish you off. So very powerful class, even though he's at 125 HP. Scout versus scout is also a very fun fight, but that doesn't really matter. Anyway, so yeah, scout, he's got a scatter gun. He also has a pistol. The point of the pistol is the scatter gun. It has 6 shots in it. After using all 6, you'll be forced to reload. So if you deal a ton of damage to someone, say the medic is at like 20 HP and you're like, dang, I don't want to have to reload my scatter gun, you pull out the pistol. The pistol has very fast fire rate. I'm just holding it down. This is an automatically firing weapon. I should mention that because some people don't know that. So it automatically fires, and this is just a pistol reskin. This is just the regular pistol. This is the regular pistol. So say I deal a ton of damage to the medic, I pull this out. It deals about 20 damage a shot, so it's a good bit of damage, even though it only has 12 shots. So you can finish people off pretty well with the pistol. You won't be, and although it does 20 damage a shot, you generally want to be using the scattergun. And the pistol is very similar to the SMG in the sense that the first bullet is always dead accurate, but it's actually more inaccurate than the SMG. You can see I got a stray bullet going over there. At long range, it gets very inaccurate. So don't try spamming people down across the map with this, unless you're like retreating and you just want to. I mean, you can always do that. The scout doesn't always have to be engaging. You can always just like deal some chip damage with the pistol. So that's pretty much the scout in a nutshell. Very quick overview of him. Oh, one more thing with the scout. Even he's the fastest class in the game. He can also double jump, And important note with the double jump, you can change your momentum mid-air. If I just hit the back arrow after double jumping, I'll just go backwards. If I hit the right arrow after double jumping, I'll go right. And you can really change up your momentum. People won't be expecting this. If you're fighting a soldier, they'll be trying to deal splash damage because they won't be dealing direct hits. So say they'll aim for the ground where they think you'll land. They think I'm going to land right there. And then I go over here. Or they think I'm going to land like over here because I'm coming at them. And then I like change my direction and I keep shooting at them. You can really mix it up. That's why Scout is like a god 1v1 class because of his double jump. Without the double jump, he'd be like, alright. So next up for the weapons, you generally want to be using full default, and here's why. So Force of Nature, it does 10% less damage, but it has more bullets, so it deals more damage total. The problem is it knocks targets away from you. So after dealing one shot, they'll fly across the map, and you won't be able to get that second shot. So don't use it. Shortstop. Shortstop is really cool. It actually deals less damage total, but it reloads the whole mag. Also, the bullet spread is tighter. So it has less bullets, it will be dealing less damage, but you'll be able to deal more damage at like medium range. And the stats aren't listed on it because it's technically a different gun. It's a pepper gun instead of a scatter gun. I don't know. Soda Popper is really good actually. It reloads both shots at once and it fires really quickly. You can see that fire rate is actually really good. So if you get right behind someone and you just blast them twice, it deals 100 damage a shot. You can fire off. You can finish off a lot of classes real easily with this. Also, after a while, it will build hype. If you deal enough damage with it, activate hype and you'll be able to jump like 5 extra times or something. Something stupid, I don't know. But the base stats are really good. You can see it only holds 2 bullets, but it reloads faster, it reloads both bullets at once, and it fires faster. So, Soda Popper is actually really good. Backscatter. It has a smaller mag, and it is more inaccurate. So at like medium range, you'll actually be dealing a lot less damage. The good thing is it deals mini crits from behind, so if you're just constantly flanking a scout, it can have a use. This weapon just is in general not the best though. Babyface's Blaster, this weapon was nerfed into Oblivion. So first off, it has a smaller mag, and then if you deal damage, you get boost, and you will be running faster. So you can see the little boost bar at the bottom right. After dealing damage, I'll be running faster, and you really don't have to deal a lot of damage to do this. The problem with the Babyface's Blaster is you start off slower, and if you double jump, you lose boost. If you take damage, you lose boost. And double jumping, like I said, really useful in Scout, makes him a very effective 1v1 class. So even though you'll be going faster, if you're using your double jumps, you lose your boost and then you end up going slower. So speed-wise, you can end up going faster, but you can lose all of that speed really, really quickly if you just take some damage or double jump. So just general, I think Babyface's Blaster is probably one of the worst ones. All of these are actually really close in power, even though a lot of people prefer the default. I think Soda Popper, one of also the best ones. And then Force of Nature, Babyface's Blaster are like the worst ones, and then Backscatter and Shortstop are like medium. They're like alright to use. So next up we got the extra pistols. Winger. It increases your jump height, and it lets you deal more damage, but you only have 5 bullets in the mag. So extra jump height, pretty good actually. It actually only gives you the jump height when you have it out though, so I don't know, useful. The extra damage could help you finish off people a lot easier. With the pistol, I should mention that the mag reloads all at once, so you just pop in the extra bullets and you're just going to town. So lower mag size, really not that bad. This is a very useful weapon. I think it was actually recently banned in 6s for being too powerful. A lot of people like it. Same thing with the Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. So Pretty Boy's pocket pistol, it has a smaller mag. The good thing is it restores health on shot and it fires faster. So firing faster, you're just dealing more damage. Yeah, so just a smaller clip size. After hitting someone, you gain 3 health, and it fires 15% faster, so you can deal more damage with it. So next up, we got a bunch of weird items. So Flying Guillotine, it lets you throw a projectile, and if that hits an enemy, they'll start bleeding and take like 50 damage. So very useful for spamming it. You can see how quickly it recharges. You can't always be throwing it, but it does recharge fairly quickly. And then he's got some drinks. He's got Bonk Atomic Punch. Bonk Atomic Punch makes him invincible for a short time, but he can't attack. This is useful for getting behind the enemies. It has a good few uses. In general, you don't want to be using it, but it's cool. Criticola. It makes you deal and take mini crits. So that's like 1.3 times as much damage. I don't think you actually take mini crits, but you take extra damage. Oh, you do take mini crits. Okay. After a short time of using it, you take mini crits. So Scout is already an assassin class. Dealing the extra damage can be really useful. The problem is you have to stand still and drink it real quick. So the drinking animation, that little thing, it can matter. Also, this means that demos and soldiers can one-shot you with their projectiles. So, I don't know. Useful. Not my cup of tea, though. Last up, Mad Milk. This is very similar to Girardi in a way. Actually, one of his most useful secondaries. So it throws just like Girardi. It recharges just like Girardi. So what it does, though, instead of Girardi, instead of mini crits, it makes it so that enemies heal players that deal damage to them. So you throw this on an enemy, then they have the milk effect. If one of my teammates or me deals damage to them, I will restore health equal to 60% of the damage I dealt. So very useful weapon. Very good alternative to the pistol. Last up, we got his tertiaries. So Sandman used to be the go-to, but now it's useless. It makes it so that after hitting, it fires a ball. Basically, it gives you a projectile on your tertiary, which is really good because it deals extra damage. But it makes it so that you have 15 less health, and all the ball does is slow enemies. So say you hit an enemy with the ball, now they're slowed, now they're easier to chase. I don't know, not really the most useful. Rap Assassin fires a ball that makes enemies bleed. So it does like 10 damage initially, but then like 30 extra damage. So just having like 40 damage that you can spam attached to your melee weapon is pretty good. It's very similar to the Flying Guillotine, except it's on a melee weapon. It deals less damage though, but that's not a problem. So Rap Assassin is like really good. Sun on Stick is useless. Fan of War is useless. These deal less damage. Sun on Stick crits versus burning players, which no one will ever be burning, so don't use it. Fan of War just deals less damage, but then gives enemies mini crits, so they'll take mini crits. Don't use it because you deal less damage. So don't use it. Candy Cane, really cool idea. It makes it so that you, after you get a kill, a small health pack is dropped, but you take extra damage. So soldiers and demos will be able to one-shot you again. So cool idea because you can heal, but being able to get one-shot by like 2 of the best classes in the game is really bad. Atomizer gives you a triple jump when you have it out. And you also take less damage and deploy slower. So if you're trying to melee someone, it's not very good. But it gives you a triple jump. It's a cool idea, but the problem is you only get the triple jump when you have it out. So it doesn't really have much practical use. Cool idea though. I don't know. And then last up we got the Boston Batcher. Boston Batcher makes it so that when you miss, you deal damage to yourself, but it does extra damage. So, it doesn't deal extra damage, but it makes enemies weak. So Scout melees always deal 35 damage instead of 65, but they fire a lot faster. You can melee a lot faster with this. The main use for this is you're hitting yourself. You'll be able to help your medic build uber faster, because if there's ever a stalemate scenario where your medic doesn't have anyone to heal, you can just whip out this, start hitting yourself, and then your medic can start healing you, and then they'll start building uber a lot faster. So it's a cool idea. In general, you might miss though with this, which would be really bad. If you hit a wall though, you don't. If you hit a wall or a person, you won't bleed and you won't deal damage to yourself. But after hitting myself one time, it already deals half my health. I don't know. A very stressful weapon to use, but it can help your medic a lot, so that's the use of it. So, Scout, in general, we'll be using the default scattergun, and then next up, either like the pistol, the Mad Milk, or sometimes the cleaver. And the pistol has two very good alternatives. The Winger and the Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol are both really good. And then last up, the melee weapon. Yeah, he's got the Rap Assassin, Boston Basher, and Pan. Boston Basher, really good. Rap Assassin, really good. And the default weapon is always just in general alright. So, yeah, that's it for Scout. Pretty easy class to play. You're just going quick and you're assassinating people. Really fun. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.